Hey guys, welcome, happy Friday. Hope all y'all are doing okay today. Hey replay viewers, thanks so much for stopping in tonight. And hello YouTube viewers. If you'd like to watch live on Periscope, you can download the Periscope app to your phone and search for Penguin and Fish. I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. So I'm giving it a go tonight. We are going to attempt block 66 with my husband's great-grandmother's really pretty Singer sewing machine. And I will show you a little bit more about that in a sec. I'm going to flip you around and we'll get going. Hey there guys, happy Friday! So we are going to attempt block 66. Happy Thoughts by Venessa Goertzen tonight. Here it is. So I know a lot of you probably finished this yesterday. This came out yesterday for a new block Thursday for the Splendid Sampler quilt along. I spent the good part of an afternoon trying to get this machine working. Played around with different bobbins. I had a different bobbin in there, but it was too big, so I found a bobbin that would work for it that was actually part of the machine. Just threading it. I had to download a manual from the website, but it is, I looked it up, so I Googled, or I emailed someone at Singer to ask about this machine, and this particular machine, and I'm going to show it to you in a sec here, was from, it was manufactured, this particular exact machine was manufactured April 19th, 1927 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. So I gave them the serial code and they were able to be that exact with it. So that's kind of exciting. I'm totally stoked to show you it. So if you're new here, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer, and I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central. I'm so happy you guys are here. All right, I'm going to flip you around. I think I'll take you off the camera stand here just so I can show you a little bit, so hopefully I don't drop you. All right, flipping you around. Yeah, they have records of all these machines. It's kind of crazy. So here, let me take you off the stand for a sec. There we go. Okay, so this is the machine right here. I love this plate right here. But let me see if I get farther away. Let me just move my, I can't move that too far, but here we go. It is a Singer manufacturing company, but it has all this fun detail all over it. It's really worn right here, so you know someone used this machine a lot. And, it has all this pretty detail here. I don't know, I just kind of love it. I think it's just the sweetest thing. And this one was, even like, look, this is the bobbin winder right here. I had to use that today. So if you tilt it down, you place the bobbin right in here, and then you tilt it down, and then this thing flips up, and that's what holds your bobbin in place. And then you put the thread through there, and it winds the bobbin. Just kind of funny. I gotta pop it back up somehow. There we go. And so this one has a light on the back and a motor, but it was converted. So this was actually an old treadle machine, and it was converted to electric, which was pretty common around that time. Yes, so this is a model 66. So I want to show you even the light bulb, because even the light bulb is like this crazy cool old like, I don't know, interesting glass light bulb there. But I just think it's so pretty. And, even like especially the throw plate there, that is just so pretty. I want to paint that or something. I think that would be just the best. So, all right, I'm going to throw you back on my stand here. All right, there we go. So it took me a while to figure out, oh yeah, so here's a little bobbin case in here, and it has a little button to pop out the bobbin. See, it's popping up right there, so you can grab it. This is the bobbin that came with it. That took a while, so so I had to download the manual to figure out how to get the bobbin in there right and how to thread it, because it's threaded a little bit differently than mine. But then I also, this is what Singer sent me to compare it to. So this one is the Singer Model 66. This one's got a lot more decoration than the one that we have. So this one must be, you know, a little fancier one. But look, this is, no, it's not a featherweight. It's a Model 66. So if you look up Singer and then put 66 after, you'll find it. But look, this one used to have, you can see, this is the treadle belt right here that will go down to the, you know, the foot pedal type machine. So mine has that addition of the electric on it. And then this was a little later. Oh, you learned on the treadle. So I actually want to convert this one back to a treadle. I have a treadle base, but I don't have the nice table that this would sit in. It has a butcher block table, so someone converted the treadle base into a butcher block table, but I want to convert it back. So I want to find a new tabletop for the treadle so I can put this in and convert it back. But yeah, so this is the 6616, and this one has adjustable length stitches, so that was the new thing. I think this one says 1954 on it, but that seems a little late for this, but this is a little later one. Mine is specifically April 19th, 1927. Oh, you're hoping to find a treadle at the antique fair? Man, yeah, I think that's what I have to do. I gotta start scouring eBay and Craigslist to find the top, because all I need is the top, right? And you know what? I think they put the butcher block right onto the old top, but I think it was glued down. I'm gonna have to find it out. I'm gonna flip that whole thing over and see if I can take it apart. But I would love to turn this back to a treadle, even though I think the electric, like that light, is really cool and stuff. But it would just be so neat to have a treadle machine. But all right, let's get going here, guys. Hopefully the sewing works. I tested it, and man, it had perfect tension and everything once I got it figured out. So I think we're good. So I'm going to use basically the colors that she has listed here. It's a white and then a light pale blue. What did she call it? Yeah, a pale blue and then a navy blue. So this is going to be my navy blue. This is going to be my pale blue. These are both new fabrics that I found when I was going through my fabrics when I was cleaning. And this is going to be my white. Can sew on treadle when the electric is off? I don't think so, because the electric is using the belt area that the treadle would go through. So it's just a motor with a belt. So the motor is making this belt move. So I would need a bigger belt to go all the way down into the, the treadle wheel at the bottom where your foot is and go back up. So I would need to, I could probably leave the electric stuff there and just take off the belt and put on the new belt, the new larger belt for the treadle. Then I could keep it electric when I wanted to, maybe. Just flipping that belt on and off. So, all right. I got this pretty piece of fabric. So I'm going to cut a little bit, but then I want to get sewing. I want to try and sew this little square center here, but I want to cut a little bit first. So I'm going to start with the 2-inch, the white fabric. So it's the white fabric for the center, and then these little flying geese that are coming off of it. So I need a 2-inch square and then 8 1 1/4 by 2 inches. So I'm thinking of doing one big long 2-inch strip, since they both have that 2-inch in, and then cross cutting. So let's just figure out what that is quick. So 8 1/4 or 1 1/4 8 times would be, well, 8 for the one, and then 4 of these would be 1 inch, and then another inch. So that's 10 inches. Plus another 2 inches. So I need a 12-inch by 2-inch strip that I'll cross cut. You know what? I gotta move this machine over a little bit. I put some felt underneath there. I suppose I don't need that there. Pretty felt. Oh, they're great for paper piecing. Oh, the paper practically falls off. Well, that's interesting. So let's see if I have a 12-inch. I'm guessing this is 12 inches for sure. Yeah, it's just about perfect. It's 13 inches. Actually, maybe this is even more perfect over here then. Yeah, we're going to do it on the side here. This is closer to 12 inches and we'll be using less fabric. So I'm going to starch like I usually do, or how I have been doing, because this, again, is a block with a lot of half square triangles and flying geese and all those things that like to stretch and move around. So we're going to make sure our fabric is stiff with the starch so it doesn't move around as much. And I think my iron's just waking up again a little bit. I didn't hear the sizzle because it wasn't warmed up yet, but I think, oh, we'll hit it one more time. I think it's just a little wet yet. I love this fabric. This is like my only kind of super flowery fabric. I just think it looks like a pretty vintage flowery fabric. I think it's actually a Heather Ross design from a couple of years ago. All right. Let's flip down here. So now here's where I need to do my 2 inches, but let's get a straight edge here first. So rotary cutter, where are you? Here we go. My rotary cutter that I left at the craft shop the other day. It's back home with me now. The Hubs was nice and picked it up for me. All right, 2 inches. Yep, I got it back. I would have been sad. I do have like one more, but you know, you can't have enough tools, and it's always sad when your tools run off. All right, just to double check. Yep, 2 inches. Man, 2 inches looks so small. I keep thinking that 2 inches is a hefty size square, but man, it really is not. Yeah, this one's all reliable, exactly. This is the one I use all the time. I'm used to it. I didn't get any extra. Well, yeah, you know what? Actually, I did. I got stuff for the class, but they're kind of goodies. They're things I never used before. So I got some Wonder Tape, and I have it here. So it's kind of like the sticky Fabri-Selfie almost. One side is sticky, and you use it for hemming before you sew a hem. So I used it on my shirt bottom hem and the cuffs. So it's sticky on one side, and then you pull it off like a sticker, and then the other side's sticky, so you can kind of place your hem where you want it, and then it washes away in water, so you have a nice soft hem when you're done. But that was pretty slick for quickly being able to sew a nice hem. So I got that, and I didn't get any fabric. Like double-sided tape, but washes away exactly, and it's a lot thinner. Like the width is really small, so yeah, it's just like that. That's a great analogy. And I got a double-pointed needle. Ooh, you're sewing a kimono? Wow, I would kind of love to do that. That'd be like my summer bathrobe. A kimono, that sounds just so cool. But I got a jersey needle, and I got a double-pointed jersey needle. I had never sewn with a double-pointed needle before, so I need a 2-inch square here. And that was a fun experience. I didn't realize that you could just have the same bobbin and just put 2 threads in at once. It was pretty dang slick. I had a good time doing that. And that was just to get, that cute, nice hemmed-looking, just like kind of like this double-stitch look. It wasn't I don't think it was functional. It was just decorative. Yeah, I did too, but no, it's just, you just put 2 threads through and you kind of separate it. There's places on the machine to separate them right before they go in the machine, and I don't know, it was pretty dang fun. All right, I need now 8 1¼ Yep, 1¼ rectangles. So let's go this way. 1¼ Oh my God, these are so small. Man, measurements are way bigger in my head. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, did I say double pointed needle? I mean a twin needle. Yeah. So did I say double pointed? Because that doesn't make any sense. I mean a twin needle. Yeah, so that was, I had a really fun time using that. Knitting and sewing. Yeah, I'm mixing things up a little bit on accident. I meant a twin needle. I almost said double pointed needle again, jeez. It's that double, that word that's that double part that's tripping me up. All right, I hope I'm not getting. Oh yeah, double pointed. Nope. I haven't knitted in a while. Maybe that's a sign. I have a actual knitting project that I want to start. Ooh, that does actually involve double pointed needles. So I don't know. Maybe it's a sign. Well, winter's a coming. So that's a good time to start up a knitting project, maybe. All right, 4 more of these guys. So cute. Ooh. Thought that one felt like it didn't go through all the way. All right, a couple more here. You got knitting projects lined up too. That's neat. So this is going to be, the Splendid Sampler will be done, early, at the end of winter, early spring. So maybe we'll just start up a knitting project here or something later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I thought so. One more. Okay, 1¼ These are so little. Man, they really seriously were much bigger in my head. Okay, throw that away. Okay, so these, 2 weeks till the cruise. Oh, awesome. Oh, can't wait to get back to the Splendid Sampler. Yeah, my mom was just on a, vacation for quite a bit, so now she's just getting going on her Splendid Sampler again. All right, I'm going to set these aside. What I'm going to do, this is our center square. What I want to do now is just cut these outside rectangles, because I want to start sewing, and then we can jump back to cutting out the rest, I think. So, all right, I'm going to just set all this aside so I can cut that. Okay, so that is in the light pale blue and E and F. Okay, right here. So there are these 2 pieces. So we have a 1¼ inch by 2 inches, and then 1¼ inch by 3 inches. Oh, and then 2 of each of those. So let's see. If I cut a 1¼ inch strip, I could combine those. So how much would I need? It's a new piece of fabric too, so I should have enough length, I'm thinking. So this would be 7 inches. And this would be 4 inches, so I need 11 inches by 1¼ inch. I mean, that might not be the best idea to cut a long strip and cross-cut that, but I think we're dealing with just a little thing of fabric, so I'm gonna risk it. All right, let's open this up though first. So 11 inches, I said. So I'm thinking that should be one of these short sides. Oh, why don't I cut that little piece for the hexagon out? Why don't I just cut a strip down here, and we can save the rest for scrapping. Yeah, so there's just like 4 extra inches. So let's spray this down, press it. It's got all the original wrinkles of a fat quarter in it. So let's get those out and spray it down. And then let's get sewing. I want to sew on this guy. I just did the little practice sewing this afternoon once I figured it out. I mean, that took a whole lot longer than I thought it would to get this thing working. And then it was just little things like the direction I put the thread in the needle and, I don't know, bobbin size and all that. And then then all of a sudden it worked, and it worked with like perfect tension and everything. So I'm hoping I'm not jinxing it by talking about it. All right, I think that guy's good. This is so pretty. It's just such a good kind of filler fabric. Oh, you have a featherweight and it sews like a dream. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, so this, I mean, these look a lot like the featherweights, but I think they're a bit bigger, or a wider at least than a featherweight. Ooh, runaway bobbin. Okay. So I'm cutting 1 1/4 inch out of here. Oh, but I need to get a good straight edge first, so let's do that. I feel like it's kind of bending here a little bit. Did you guys see that person on Facebook, on the Facebook group for the Splendid Sampler? Maybe we talked about this already, but she converted the passenger side seat of their truck, like to go on vacations and stuff with, to a table with a treadle sewing machine, I think. Or some sort of sewing machine, but she was full on sewing with a sewing machine in the passenger seat. And I'm like, oh my god, that's freaking awesome. If I didn't get like car sick from doing that sort of stuff, like looking down and looking all over the place, I would totally want that. All right, 1 1/4 inch. I'm gonna have to scooch it down. I didn't want to do that. Machine's in the way. 1 1/4, so skinny. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Get this line up. Double check up here. Yeah, still looking good. All right. They're so pretty, these old machines, aren't they? I mean, just for the sake of the prettiness, it's worth having it around, you know? All right. Let's move this fabric out of the way. Oh, perfect for camping. But with a featherweight, you still need, they're still electric, so you still need electricity. All right, let's trim from this side. Yep, this is some of my new fabric. I'm playing around with some of the new stuff tonight. Mixing some new and old. I'm trying not to use all new stuff. Oh, you're gonna use it while your husband drives? Wow. See, that's the thing. That's what I would love to be able to do. I get kind of motion sick though in the front of the vehicle. Like I can't read, or stuff like that, or embroider, or none of that stuff in the car, which is so sad. It's such wasted road trip time. All right, I need 2 inches out of here. Oh gosh, again, I thought that 2 inches was going to be more like 3 inches, but 2 inches is tiny. All right, kind of can't, there we go. Oops. All right, I need 2 of these. Yeah, you'll have to tell us how that goes. That just sounds so fun. All right, 2 inch and 2 inch. Yep, 2 inch. And then, I'm attached to this. Oh well, I guess we lost this strand of thread. I didn't cut it exactly on the grain, I suppose. All right, and then I need 2 3.5 inches. That's a better size to be playing with. Three and a half. Ah, we can almost sew. Almost sewing time. Another 3.5. Alrighty. Oh, I hope to have it ready by mid-October. Woo! That's coming up quick. That'd be pretty fun. Pretty neat. All right. We got our beginning pieces. I want to start sewing, so I'm going to set these aside. We don't need them till later. I'm going to jump ahead and do the, I'm jumping way ahead. I'm going to do this centerpiece here just because I think it'll be easy and quick. So what we're doing is we're going to sew, we'll just lay it out here. We're going to sew these side pieces to the yellow, or not the yellow, this little white, cute white piece first. And then we'll press those seams open. I'm only pressing open again because that's what it says on the instructions. And then these guys will be on the top and bottom. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so pretty. I love this blue with this white, and then this crazy bright teal is just gonna pop too, I think, in the background. So all right, let's start there. Onto the neat sewing machine. So I don't know if you guys have seen one of these before, but I got this one from Celine Perkins from Perkins Dry Goods. But it is a scant 1/4 inch kind of finder. So there's a hole in here, and that's how I got this blue strip. This is just from a Post-it note that I stuck on here. The sticky part of a Post-it note. Oh yeah, so you didn't see yet, Cora. This is my husband's great-grandmother's sewing machine. I showed a little bit about it at the beginning, so you'll have to check that out again, but it is so pretty. I love it. But you put your needle in this hole here, and then you tape down the edge. So this is our scant 1/4. It's kind of a neat little trick, so let's see how it goes. Yep, all this does is straight stitch. The plate just has one tiny little hole for the needle to go in. So let's turn on this light. It's already ready to go. I have to show you the pedal too, just because it's kind of neat. Look, it's just like this brick, and here's the button. So it's not even, I don't know why all this stuff is here, because the only thing that does anything is this button right here. And the cord is barely long enough to reach the ground. So that's interesting. All right, let's get going right away. Right sides together. Okay, this guy kind of makes a lot of noise, so I'm a little scared of it yet. I'm gonna get the stiletto out too. It is so pretty. I love this machine. So this was my, I said this already, but it's my husband's great-grandmother's machine, and we were able to snatch it up, and I just really want to convert it back to a treadle. All right, foot pedal. All right, so here's my scant 1/4. All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to take my shoe off to feel where this pedal bump is. There we go, that's better. Okay. Let's get in focus too. I don't think you guys are in focus there. All right, here we go. I'm scared. Oh wow, it really pulls it through too. The feed dogs are pretty awesome. All right, and then I need my other ender. Where'd that guy go? Here it is. You always sew with no shoes. I don't all the time because my pedal on my other machine gets pretty warm. All right, let's do it there. It's actually kind of quiet. It has that little run of the motor that vroom as it gets going, but then it figures itself out. Pretty good though. I mean, I think the tension looks really good. I'm surprised because I didn't do much with the tension. But yeah, pretty consistent. So let's do the other side. I was trying to think if I should press it open first, but I think we'll sew the other side and then press it. So line up that straight edge. All right. I mean, this guy just pulls through. Oh, you're sewing this exact piece? Nice. Woo, wow, yeah, that pulls. So I don't think I have, you know what, I might have control. There's a little dial over here That might control stitch length, but I'm a little wary to try it. Maybe I'll try it when we're done here. We'll do a little test to see if that dial is stitch length. All right, let's press this guy. I'm off balance now. I have one shoe on, one shoe off. I suppose the other one's got to go, huh? All right. Oh, good night, Jean. Thanks for coming. All right, let's just give it a press to set the seams. Then we'll try and open this up and then press it open. I'm gonna just press it like this first, and then I will flip it around and press it open. All right, there we go. I love these sort of blocks that are little strips. Like a log cabin. This isn't a log cabin. It's like, what is it called? A cathedral stairs or something like that. I know I'm probably mixing up those words, but when you have the two sides and then the two tops, what kind of block is that called? I want to say like cathedral stairs or something like that. Courthouse steps! Yeah, in my head. See, okay. So that's something that my brain does kind of a lot. It flips words like that. Like, you know, to me, when I was growing up, instead of sloppy joes, I would say messy Sams. So it's just, I like flip some words like that around. So like cathedral stairs instead of courthouse steps. And in my head, I was thinking bank. Like, it's like bank steps or something, but it's not bank. So yeah, courthouse steps. That's kind of what this type of block is. Just a little one of it. So, you know, and double pointed needles, I suppose, too, instead of the twin needle. Oh, goodness. Bank steps sounds good, too. I knew it wasn't bank steps, but the word bank kept in my head. So, to me, courthouse and bank are closer than cathedral. So, all right, there we go. I suppose we can test our scant quarter now. Because this should be exactly the same. Oh, it looks like I might have veered a little bit down here. So I think my scant quarter is a tiny, tiny bit too scant. So I just got to keep that in mind when I'm sewing. So I'm going to just center this guy, and we'll do the top and bottom. Oh yeah, cathedral window. Oh, we haven't done one of those blocks. That would be fun to try. I've actually never tried a cathedral window block. That's where you fold over the edge and it has like that kind of orange peel look, and then when you hold it up to a window, it's kind of like stained glass. That's what we're talking about, right? That's a cathedral window. Block. Oh, I hope we get a block like that. I always thought they were so pretty, and I wanted to do like a quilt or something out of it. But you know what? I wasn't as much into handwork in quilts then. And I think I totally am now, so I hope we get a block like that. That'd be just super fun. It's kind of hand-worky. All right. Let's go. Let it rip, I suppose. This isn't as slow. Oh, that's what's getting me. On my... Oh, yeah, I do kind of have control. I was thinking... On my old machine, you know, that's in the shop, I can control, it's kind of like my car, the difference between these two. So I can control the speed a lot better on my machine that's in the shop, which makes sense because I use it all the time. Like this just like jumps up and goes, but it's kind of like when we got our new car compared to our old car, because the new car just, you touch the pedal and it just screams away. Just a lot faster than what I'm used to. But I suppose I do have a little bit of speed control. I just gotta get used to it. There we go. That's the speed I'm used to. But man, you could get cruising. You could just go with all your chain piecing. Just get really quick. All right. There, we got this centerpiece. Let's press that out. We're gonna have time to cut some more and sew some more, I think, tonight. But this is fun, so I'm happy that we got this going and we can actually work on these blocks again. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna just kind of finger press these open and then I'll press the seams open. Oh, so cute. Oh, I love how that little yellow flower got in there. So with the cathedral steps block, you would just keep working. Oops, we're blinking kind of funny here. Hopefully we're not cutting out. There, are we okay now? I just saw it blink out a couple times there. But here we go. All right, now we're good. So with the cathedral steps, it's basically this, but you would do different colors. You wouldn't do the same all the way around, but you'd do the short and then the longs on the sides, and then you just continue going from edge to edge and then edge to edge, and you get bigger and bigger and bigger. And in theory, you do different colors for the horizontal ones versus the verticals, so you have this little stair step going on both sides, and that's the whole courthouse steps thing of it all. So, all right, let's get back down here and see what's next on the agenda. So this is our centerpiece here. All right, back to cutting world, I think. He can sit there. Okay, I love this little flower that popped up there. I think that's just so cute. Oh, you know what though? I kind of wish I would have gotten a little bit of this blue in because, oh wait, you know what? We have them all in this. I was thinking that this is our only white piece, and I'm like, oh, I missed the blue. That's the blue that was connecting it all, but I forgot we have all these flying geese, and those will have some of that blue in for sure. Yeah, that'll have blue in. Okay, so we're not losing the blue. All right, we did this. You know what? I'm gonna have to get my pencil and check mark these guys off. Done, 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 done. Okay. Let's do the thing where we can get going on our flying geese, maybe. For that, it would be our darkest blue, which is up here. So we need, you know what, I'm going to do, well, oh gosh, these are all different sizes, so let's just see. Well, the pale blue, there's a 2.5 inch square, two of them, both in the navy and the pale blue. So why don't we do that first? Because then we can get rid of this pale blue fabric. We'll be done cutting that out. So 2.5 inch strips. So that's 5 inches by 2.5 inches, and I'll stack them. So this guy's got to go safely away over here. All right, we need to press this guy, and I think we'll need to press this again as well. Let's find a good 2.5. Oh, this is just a big full sheet, so we're just going to cut a little piece out of here. We'll go right here, I think. So 5 inches by 2.5. Let's spray that again. For some reason, I just really like this fabric. I mean, all it is just a texture, but it's one of those great fabrics that you can just put with anything as just a little filler fabric, and it just looks sweet and nice and interesting still. All right, there's that piece, and then let's get this guy up right away. So this, I think, we haven't cut this at all. This is a full fat quarter here. So let's cut off that selvage area. We'll do right there. Yeah, so this is the carrying case for the machine. It's the original carrying case, and I do have the top for it, so it has a top that goes over the whole thing, and it has a handle too. I'm a little nervous to use that handle. I think I'd lift it underneath. But yeah, it's still in the carrying case. You know, it's attached to the carrying case. I think it just is going to stay in there until it has a, I think it actually has to stay in there until it has a base to fit in. Because I don't think there's anything for it to stand on once it's out of there. So it needs that table. It's crying for its table. Its treadle table. So it can get out of this case. But yeah, which would be awesome because then it would be level with the table, and I have never had a sewing machine level with the table, and that's kind of how it's supposed to be, you know? All right, let's do these two guys. I'm gonna go back down here. It is just the prettiest. I love it. I'm so happy I got it out and figured it out today. That took some finagling, but I'm happy that I did it. So I'm going to cut the selvage off of both of these. I guess this isn't really the selvage. This is just someone used a pinking shears rotary cutter to trim this. All right, I need 5 inches by 2.5. So let's give that a go. Start here. Oh, I only need 5 inches, so let's only go up about that far. This is about 6 inches or so. Actually, I'm going to need a straight edge, so I'm going to just cut a nice straight edge a little higher on this. Bought the table that Leaf Day sells, and the machine sits down. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for it with. I'm hoping to find that. So now that I have this guy out, maybe I'll do a little search for that. And we're going to be doing some painting in our living room and stuff, and I'm hoping to maybe I can find a top for this and it can live in the living room, because that would be just cool. All right, 2.5 inches. You know what, I think I'm going to have to move these guys over again because the machine's in the way. I don't really like doing that with a nice straight edge, but we'll do it. Okay, let's check again. Yeah, 2.5 inches. Okay, here we are. Now again, I only need like 5 inches worth of this, so let's only cut to about there, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to just cut that across. It's kind of a sloppy way of doing it, but it does the job. Alright, let's cross-cut those. We're done with this fabric now. We don't need that anymore. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this one first. Oh, thanks. It kind of goes with the brightness of, it kind of goes with my ruler, actually. The brightness of the teal, though. Alright. Get a nice edge over here, and then we will cross-cut this into 2.5-inch squares. Alright. Two and a half. Yep, I always have to double check. Yeah, it really is stitching great, actually. I was pretty impressed. Okay. 2.5. And let's see, where do these 2.5 guys go? Oh, these are our half square triangles, I think. You know what? Maybe let's just sew those right away. Let me just check them off here. Simply make the best straight stitch. Well, it's doing a good job. I do want to test that dial just for stitch length, but I don't want to do that till we're all done here. Maybe I'll actually wait till the whole block's done so we're consistent. So all right, I did that one and that one. So all that's left is this. I think we're kind of going backwards, but this is that half square triangle, and it looks like we're doing the thing where we're drawing a line down the middle, sewing on a scant quarter on either side, cutting it apart, and it's going to yield us to, that is the gauge up for a smaller stitch. Yeah, so that's what I want to play with. I haven't touched that dial ever yet, so I want to give it a go. I think this doesn't have a right or wrong side. Yeah, good. So no right or wrong side on those. I am going to draw that diagonal line like it says to on these guys. I just kind of find that helpful, especially with this scant quarter thing. All right. Those will be some half square triangles, and these will be some more half square triangles. Alrighty. Let's sew. All right, back over here. We'll leave him there. It looks so cute. This faceplate on here is the best. It's so pretty, this texture on it. I like it. Okay. When you guys, I don't know if you can see on Periscope really well, but on the YouTube replay, I can see what it looks like, and it's just so pretty, that texture. I gotta use this texture for something, like recreate it somehow. It's just too cool. All right, so I need to do a scant quarter on either side, so I'm gonna just put my line on that scant quarter line here. You know, this isn't as bright as my other sewing machine either, so it looks a whole lot prettier here. Maybe we'll keep using this guy for a little while. I don't know. He's kind of nice. All right, I just want to stay on this line. And now this one we can chain piece. So let's get this guy going right away. Oh, these are pretty fabrics. I'm happy I found these. These are new fabrics to my quilt. I was looking for more blues, and I found some in my own household. That's always nice when that happens. All right, there we go. Let's get the ender in here. Oops, that thread's gonna get stuck. There we go. All right, snip, and we will go around to this other side. Actually, I think we can just keep them connected. You know what? I'm not going to keep them connected. That gets a little fumbly sometimes. So, all right, let's sew the other side. So I'm just flipping it around and turning it on the side. The peacock blue is gorgeous. Yeah, it's just so. That's going to go on the outside. I love that color though. Just super bright. Yeah, I'm excited to use it for other blocks too. Just play around with it. It's definitely my brightest blue, I think. Man, this is just solid. It feels solid. It feels like a good, just solid straight stitch. Cruising along. I wonder how strong this was. I wonder if this could go through jeans and that sort of thing. I don't know. All right, lining up this line now. You put some paper on it. And then rub with the pencil. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, design fabric. Isn't it mind-blowing? What would a husband's great-grandma think? I know. It's just, that's why I love this stuff. That's why I love reusing things like this. And, you know, you can tell that someone actually used this. Like, it's all worn away right here, and there's scratches all over from, you know, someone probably had their scissors right there, you know, the little Stark scissors, just like this guy. And I love it. It's just been sitting upstairs. I haven't been using it. My intention is to use it. I just haven't Haven't got it all together yet, but it is pretty. Okay, let's press these and, well, you know what? Let's cut them in half first. So we're just cutting on that line that we drew, and then we'll press them open. The line we drew is also just the diagonal. All right. And we also need to trim these to 2 inches after we press them open. So we should get 4 half-square triangles from these. All right. Let's press. All right, get the rest of these. So let's see, where does it say to press? So mark down, trim along, press open. So they want us to press it open as well. Pressing it open. Do you think I should risk pressing it to the dark side? I think I'm gonna. I don't like pressing open. Oops. We're just gonna press to the dark side. Alright, first one. Then we'll just trim these up quick and see where, that's probably where we'll end it for the night. But we got pretty far, we got farther than I thought. So tomorrow, we can just do a bunch of these flying geese, and that's about it. Yield to the dark side. Exactly. So we're, this might only be like a 2-day block. Oh, we still have to assemble it though. Those flying geese will take some time. All those little pieces take all the time. But we'll Saturday. Oh, and then Sunday's a new block. Well, I got started a day late, so serves me right, I guess. We might get all the way except for final assembly tomorrow is kind of what I'm thinking. But maybe we'll push through and get the assembly done too. Like I said, we're a little farther tonight than I thought we'd get. All right, last one. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, that stitched a good straight stitch there, that's for sure. So here's just up close. It's holding together. I think we're good on the stitching still. All right. I think ultimately it'll hold itself together, so I'm not worried. Let's cut these to 2 inches. Oh, these blues are so pretty. They're just so subtle, but I don't know. I'm totally digging this color palette. I'm really feeling good about these new blues. So I have a line on my ruler here. I'm gonna line that up with the diagonal, and we got plenty of edge here to do this, so that's great. So it only needs to be 2 inches. So I'm going to trim here. And then we'll flip it around and trim the other side. Now here's where I have to really line up that 2 inches. And that diagonal. 2 inch, 2 inch, and diagonal. Looks good. Come on, piece. All right. So here is our first little half square triangle. It's so cute. I love this. I love these colors. All right. I think it's going to be really neat with that yellow as well. We'll see what that looks like once we finish these up. So again, lining up the diagonal, making sure I'm within that 2 inch area. I still can't talk when I cut. All right, flip around. You know, this is what's going to take us forever tomorrow on the those flying geese. It's all this cutting and trimming. I always forget about this part. I always forget this is a thing. Have you ever seen the itty bitty eighths rulers? Oh, for cutting. I have oh, I know what you're talking about. They're like this big and like a long kind of thing where you can cut on either side of them really easily. Is that what you're talking about? I haven't used one of those. Oh, you learned some good cutting tips from watching me? Well, that's good. I'm learning all my cutting tips from you guys. So I don't know if you've noticed, I've been doing that the one cutting tip, like when I'm starting right on a corner, so I don't nick my corner, I'm starting in a little and then going backwards to get that corner and then going the rest of the way that way. Oh no, they mark down to eighths. Huh, I haven't seen those, I don't think. Oh, you did that also? Yep, I've been starting to do that. I'm like, oh, that just makes sense. I like it. All right, one more after this guy. Oh, creative grids. Someone else has mentioned creative grid stuff. I'm gonna have to look them up a little bit more than what I have. All right, one more, and then we can see what we got going on here. All right, get within that 2 inches. All right. And flippity flip. Two inches and 2 inches. Okay. I have to say it out loud so I can make sure I'm doing it right. Is that still attached? No. All right. Okay, so let's see what this guy is gonna look like so far. All right, here is our center guy. Oops, he's actually this way, isn't he? In the design. I suppose it doesn't really matter all that much. All right, and then I'm just looking at the design here. So this guy goes here. Oh, we're gonna start to see our throwing star looking thing on here. Ooh, but this is where I have to flip it around 8 times before I can find the right position. So like that. Oop, like that one. Yeah, that's right. And whoop, got that one the first time too. So there we are. It's coming together. So tomorrow we'll get going on these flying geese, and then it's just 4 corners. Those will cut out right away. So it's the 4 corners we have to cut out, and then 16 of these tiny, tiny squares. How big are they? So 1 1/4 inch squares. So those will end up being, you know, like 1 inch tiny little triangles. So it'll be a lot of cutting those out. That actually won't take that long to cut it, but it's the chain piecing. It'll be a chain piecing day, and that's what this guy's gonna do really good at. But I am totally digging these colors. So we did also get some of these cut out, so you can kind of imagine some flying geese up in here. We'll just put one of those in each of these spots. But yes, this will be the general feel of it all. Oh, I love it! This is going to be so subtle, this inner throwing star, I think, now that I see it with these bright guys on the outside. And then just these are going to pop so much off of it. I love it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to flip you around. So say bye to Pretty Sewing Machine. We're going to... I'll turn him off. Oh, gosh, that light is super hot. All right. I'm going to flip you around. Hello! So here is what we got going on. We got this little guy and these little throwing star, square triangles, or yeah, half square triangles. So cute though. I'm really loving these fabric choices. Are you saying like what's the name of the sewing machine? Or I might have missed something, but I don't know. It should have a name, this sewing machine. But anyway, I will get this up on YouTube tonight. So it'll be up tomorrow morning. So if you want to sew with me tomorrow morning on YouTube, that'd be awesome. And we'll be here tomorrow, Saturday, and get as far on this guy as we can. I don't think we'll finish, but we'll get awfully close. I think we'll at least get all these flying geese together, which will be, that's a big, big job done there. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for coming, and thanks so much for letting me share the machine. Oh, I should name it after his grandma. You know what? I'm not sure I know his great-grandma's name. I'm going to have to ask, because that'd be good, and then I'll let you guys know. So, all right, guys, have a great evening. Have a great rest of your Friday night. Good night.